All right, here's the latest. We've been working on gear doors. As you can see, one is open, and look at that beauty. Now I need to work on, look at that, man, that's just beautiful. It looks like this initially was going to be some kind of mounting point. There's no manual for this at all. I don't even know if there was one when it was made, but got to figure out how to open and close these. I initially had planned on, yeah, look at that beautiful gear, and that is fitted with JP wheel and brake, and I painted it. I got to clean up a little bit of looks white, but look at that, pretty cool, huh? So this thing, because it articulates here at this hip point, it's kind of a challenge to get it to where, oops, get it to where this door is just with a spring, because it doesn't just go up, it kicks back and then up and then kicks out and then down. But I'm not giving up hope on that yet, but I'm definitely going to have to put servos on these top doors, and that's what I'm working on now. And you see, I used a Kevlar hinge, a live hinge for those, and it really works good. So that was my solution for that. You know, someday when I grow up and I'm a big boy, I'll build my own hinges. But for now, I use these typical hinges. The one thing I had to make a concession, and I don't know if you can see it, I had to put a little notch in the skin just to get full range of movement. And then I had to make a couple experiments to get the geometry right, because this hinge needs separation as it goes down because of how far it opens. But I did learn a lot working on these about setting hinges in the future, and I would have changed the way I mounted the hinges on that bad boy just by a few degrees, because one thing, and I'll give you a hint, is the closer this back side of the hinge is to the edge of the door, when you open the door, the further that door pulls away from the frame. And if the hinge is forward, then that door will either ride up or bind against the other side that is articulated. So, you know, you kind of know that, but then when you have to go through extremes, you really find out. And so that's, here is an extreme, because this thing has a very, very wide operating envelope. And man, I love the way it fits. Although even so, the body is a little warped from sitting on a strap. I'm probably going to fix that when I get in here. Easy fix for that is just to cut out a wood plate and just mount it right, a brace right there, and then just glue it down to where it's just flattened. But even if I don't fix it, it's not that big of a deal. Don't really care. Got a little bit of that same right here. It's just this area right here where it's kind of buckled a little bit just from resting on a holder. So you can see the other side, same thing. Right now, I am working on the, I don't know if you can see it here. Let's see, get some light down here. I'm working on that little black thing. I'm working on the pivot point mount for this top hinge. So that's where I'm mounting it. I'm trying to look down there and make sure, yeah. I'm mounting it close to the hinging point so that I can get the most leverage on that. And then I've also, as you can see, I took one of the regular deals and I cut it down, and I have it forward, also trying to get some levering motion, because this, sorry about the, I don't even know if that works for you. That might have been upside down. Maybe I'll try like this. There, okay, that looks better. I'm probably dizzy now. Anyway, so, oh my God, okay. There. These doors have to swing extremely wide open. As a matter of fact, past 90 degrees. So this is going to be a real challenge getting the geometry for that working. Have it to where it opens and closes properly. So this is probably the hardest part so far of this build, is getting these 4 doors to where they will work well and reliably. Once I get that done, then the build is going to accelerate quite a bit. But this is taking me a little bit of time. So that's where I'm at right now. And just really kind of electrifying it, converting it to servo operations. It's not, the biggest deal in the world. It's just a little head scratching and some trial and error. Some things I've had to, like those hinges on these main belly doors, I've had to, put on, take off, and that's where you use CA, and that way you just temp them on and then try it, and then the CA is a lot easier to break off than epoxy. Another thing was that all these hinge brackets, none of them had a lock nut on the back of them, and they were all using a standard headed screw with a standard bolt. So they all got redone in metric with a lock nut on the bottom. The downside is I had to drill out some of these holes bigger because there was no other way to get a new screw up through there. But lots of little details. Anyway, other gripes, my workbench is far more chaotic than it's ever been, and so I'm actually longing for the days when it was just slightly less messy. I got springs everywhere because I've been working on the spring. On the real one, this door kind of follows the main. It's just kind of linked to the main, but here we've got a little, that hip, that articulation of the hip kind of doesn't make that to where it could be directly linked into that motion. So maybe servos, maybe I can tie it to with springs. I haven't quite settled on that yet. I would love to be able to do that, just to link it to where a spring pulled it up, just to lighten the load, have less weight, less complexity, but it has to be reliable. So we'll see how that goes. But mainly I want to solve the functioning of these upper doors for now, and then we can move to these bottom ones, because even if I put servos, that's these doors are simple. This door, complicated. So that's where we're at. Just a little update. Got the 3D printer running, making servo mounts, and we'll be on to working out the geometry for this door. So it's cloudy today, chance of rain. Wasn't able to fly last weekend because my starter went out, and then this weekend it doesn't look like a great day to fly. So I'll be tooling around on the plane for as much as I can today. I gotta wait for glue to dry, which is always fun. Catch you guys later. Bye.